Anyways, chat, it is time for the news. Hello and welcome to CBNN News, where we talk about all the gaming news that have happened throughout the past week, at least, or since the last time we were on. And also, it's not really true that we talk about all the news that happened. I actually very cherry pick the ones I talk about. I went through a lot of articles today, and a lot of them were just like, what would I even say about this? Like, I would just say the title, and I would just be like, okay, that's it. Like, there's nothing to say, there's nothing to add, and the article or the news, quote unquote, are not like even interesting, or not even like, I wouldn't even consider them news. So I'm just cherry picking the things, first of all, that I am interested in, what I think you guys would be interested in, and also just like something I can say at least something about, you know? Even got a transition, I love this. There you go, thank you. Okay, so first story of the day. I think everyone, if you watch any gaming news, everyone has talked about this, so we're just gonna get this out of the way. Final Fantasy XIV is so popular that even the digital version has sold out. Now, I do want to check this, because I don't know if the story has... because this is from yesterday, maybe right now they like fixed it or something. I want to check for myself, because for those of you who do not know, I do play Final Fantasy XIV myself now. I was never into MMOs, but for now I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, the free version. So I'm wondering how this works, because like, you can have the game, you can play the game for free up to level 60, I think. I don't know if it means 60 in one class or like all together, because you can multi-class. Which one is 14? That's the MMO. Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO one that everyone's playing right now. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know, like, if you need to be level 60, like, in one class or in all throughout the different classes. I'm gonna figure out that soon enough, I think, because I'm, like, level 40, but, like, 20 and 20, because I switched classes midway. And, now, I feel like people can still play the free version, right? Like, there's no way to limit that. Unless they just say, oh, you can't play for free now because reasons, you know? Sorry, I was just checking something about ads. Why is it so popular all of a sudden? It is popular because there's a lot of streamers, like big streamers streaming it now, like Asmongold, is like the biggest one, I think, and I know of Core Carnage, who's playing it because it was a charity goal, and I'm sure there's others, but that's the first one. And the second reason is that a lot of people are sick and tired of World of Warcraft because of how bad that game is lately. Lately, it's been getting worse and worse from what I've heard. I played WoW for like half an hour back in the day. But yeah, so a lot of people have been jumping ship, and a lot of new people have been jumping in. Because as I said, like, I never played MMOs, or I've never seen... Well, I tried them out, but they're never interesting to me. But with all the hype around Final Fantasy XIV because of the streams, I jumped in as well, and I'm still enjoying myself so far. So there's a lot of new people that are coming in. There was some news, I think last week we talked about, that they broke like their records for all-time high. And this game is like, I think 2011 is when it came out, so like 10 years. Played WoW for 10 minutes like 10 years ago, yeah. Similar. yeah, so we're gonna check if you can actually get the game. Maybe on Steam you can still get it, but apparently on the Square Enix site it was unavailable, at least as of yesterday. I don't know if now. Let me just see if there's anything interesting in this article apart from... I don't think there is, to be honest. Yeah, so let's check out Steam, first of all. If you can... I was actually having some difficulty trying to even like download the free version because I wasn't sure how to do it on Steam. It took me a little bit. So it's $10. I think that's the subscription. No, the starter edition is $10, which I assume is monthly subscription required to pay. Maybe you don't even get it here. Maybe you need to... Yeah, because I'm not sure what the starter edition even is. Because usually when people say starter edition, that means like just some armor in the game. I don't know if it means like the subscription, the actual subscription. I love your moving text at the bottom, by the way. Thank you very much. This is all the important bits. No, I'm just kidding. This is you know, I don't want to change that every single week, so I just put in some jokes, some my personal rants, and just some, I don't know, quirks or whatever. So yeah, let me see. So far, SquareEnix.com. Let's see what comes up. We wanna buy Final Fantasy. This is so... Look at this. I have no idea what's going on. PC download? Final Fantasy 14. What the fuck? 75 euros? Oh, that's the complete edition. Okay. Complete... What do you mean? Oh, is this like all of the DLCs? So what is the starter set? It didn't really explain. Okay, let's search for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see what comes up. Here's the starter edition. I want to see what that is. Complete edition, starter edition, PC download. It seems like you can now get it. It doesn't, unless they don't say it here, you need to like open it up to actually see it. Okay, these seem to be different games now, so let's see. PC download, starter. Oh. I was born on 6th of June in the year of the Lord 1971. Okay. Discover Eorzea with players from around the world and embark the journey, blah blah blah. What do you get though? What is this? For newcomers. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, there's gonna be an ad in maybe a minute, because there's a new feature in MooBot. There's like automatic ads. I don't know how to control it yet, so I don't know how to like stop it. So there might be an ad. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to like say don't play an ad now. Just wait. There's a delay next auto ad, and I've put plus 30 minutes, and it's not really doing anything. So I don't know. It says 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, and... Okay. Ah, okay, I see. So now the pre-rolls are back active. And it is like an hour until the next auto ad. Okay, so if I do reset... Oh shit, it's about to start playing. No, plus 30 minutes. 30 minutes until next auto ad. Okay. Whew. In 30 minutes, we should be done with the news, hopefully. We'll see. Anyways, let's go back to the news. What are we doing? Includes 30-day free subscription. Okay, that's it. Wait, I don't understand. That's it? Like, I'm playing the game free now till level 60, I think. Like, you don't have to buy this for $10. What am I missing? I have to be missing something. Anyways. Whatever. What do we have here? It's the same thing. Okay. So you can buy the game now. But apparently it was sold out. Oh, of course for PlayStation 4 the game is double the price. I mean, that's just on terms of or on terms with PlayStation, isn't it? Yeah, I mean 1978, that's... I'm pretty old, guys, I'm pretty old. Cool. The next little bit of news, it's, you know, just... As I said, we kind of are just gonna mention the thing, but there's actually a little bit to talk about, which is the next Nier Automata update. Now, I was really weirded out by this, because, like, didn't Nier come out, like, several years ago? Why is it getting an update now? Nonetheless, we have an update that is supposed to release on 15th of... That's July, right? Yeah, 15th of July. So 2 days. In 2 days, you know? And this is what is supposed to be fixed. Borderless video settings. I mean, I've never played the game. So, I did play it for like half an hour, I think. This should have been there for a long time, but okay. Fidelity FX, HDR. Never played with HDR, so I don't know if it's good. I assume it is. Anti-aliasing. So you can adjust it now. You have 4K textures. Nice. The bitrate has been improved and all pre-rendered cutscenes adjusted. So they will now play in a 60 FPS. That's very good, very good. And display in the correct aspect ratio without stretching the picture. Very nice. Global illumination. Very nice. Ambient occlusion and bloom. And we have some bug fixes. It is now possible to switch between recently selected display modes for screenshots. Okay. The mouse cursor is no longer displayed when using a gamepad controller. Very nice, very nice. That probably take like a month to fix, right? The frame rate has been stabilized at 60 FPS under default settings. Nice. Wait, isn't this... Wait, I don't understand this. The frame rate has been stabilized at 60 FPS under default settings. On what machine though? Like, this is coming out for PC. You know that there's like so many different PCs. Some might not still be able to play it, right? I don't know, that's kind of weird. So, that was that. I mean, Nier Automata update, so if you were waiting to go play that game, now is the best time ever, I think, because some of the things that they talk about that they're gonna add in, they're pretty nice. Now, this is just the, I guess the week where the news that I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna start up with just, why is this even news? Or why is this even considered news? Let me boot up my 2013 Razer PC, I'll tell you if it runs 60 FPS. You go ahead, Faded. Yeah, why is this even news? Is my question to most of the news as of today. So, this next one. Psychonauts 2 will feature an invincibility toggle to enable all ages, all possible needs to enjoy the game. Now, there's nothing wrong with like this article, or at least the headline. I haven't read the whole article, so I can't talk about the whole article. But the problem lies with why it's even a thing. Like why they're talking about it. And that's only because this freaking debate about should games have difficulty options, and like how many options can you put into a game before you're not a real gamer if you finish it. Like, oh, they're adding invincibility toggle, if you use that you're not a real gamer. Like, what the fuck? Why is this even news? I don't know why it's even a debate still. Like how you play a game, how you finish a game. It's like, I mean, it's not the same thing, but it's sort of similar, I think, to when you would watch a movie and somebody would watch the movie on a TV screen in 4K and somebody would watch it on their phone, and the next person would watch it in a cinema, and they're gonna talk about like, oh, you haven't watched the movie if you watch it on your phone, you dumbass. Like, you're not a real movie watcher, you know? Like, you have to be in the cinema. And I'm sure there are people like that, but I've never heard anyone say that. Then again, I don't watch that many movies and I'm not that into that like community, so maybe it's a big thing over there, but I've never heard anyone say that in a sense. But it seems like there's so many people in the gaming sphere who talk about how like, oh, Dark Souls should not have difficulty options because that's how the devs made it. The devs want you to play the game this way, and if you can't play it this way, you get good or get the fuck out of here and you cannot play that game because it's not for you. Like, why? If it wasn't for the God mode in Hades, I would never finish Hades even once. And like, when I used God mode, I know that I'm kind of like cheating, or like when I tell somebody, oh, I beat Hades, I always say with the God mode on. It's not like to belittle myself or you know, anything like that. I just say it so they know, like, maybe they didn't beat it themselves and they're like, oh shit, this guy's so good. Like, I'm not that good, but I did finish the game and I know what happens, and I'm glad I was able to experience that. Without the God mode, I would not be able to, like, I would drop the game after, like, I don't know, like, how many runs I had, like 30, 50 runs. I was about to put the game down and never finish it, even like once. I know that you can like finish it 10 times and then there's the actual finish or whatever. But yeah, without the God mode, I would not finish it even once. And so I'm really glad they put it in. And I really don't understand why we are still having this debate about, oh, there should not be difficulty options, or it's up to the devs if there should be difficulty options, or like why are we bringing in these accessibility features? Like, fuck that shit, you know, like if you can't play the game my way, you can't play it at all. Like, stop it. Like, stop it. Let's not do that at all. This should not be news. It doesn't matter if you play the game on easy or you played it on the hardest difficulty. All that matters is that you're having fun, you had fun playing it, and you got the most out of it you could from the video game. If somebody, you know, maybe it's a kid, maybe they have a disability, maybe they just don't want to spend that many hours on trying to like fight through the game. If they want to have an invincibility toggle, just fucking let them. Just let them enjoy the game, dude. Like, they understand that they're doing something a little bit different than how the game was designed to be played. Like, they're not dumb. They understand that you should not be invincible when you play the game. Anyways, next bit of news is that Nintendo refuses to say if the OLED Switch fixes, if the new Switch with the OLED version fixes the Joy-Con drift. As probably most of you know, especially the ones who own the Switch, the Joy-Con drift is a big thing. It's a big headache for those of you who get to experience it. The thing is, drift has, I think, always been there, or at least I've experienced it multiple times. Not only with the Joy-Cons, like my Xbox controller, I had to bring it back in because it was experiencing the drift. So it's not just Nintendo, it's not just the Joy-Cons. It happens to, and actually one of the PlayStation controllers that my brother borrowed me also has a slight drift. It's not that bad, but I did notice it. So like it's not only for the Joy-Con, but I think it happens to the Joy-Con much more than to percentage-wise. It happens to more users than to other brands, and that is troubling. That sucks. There's multiple lawsuits taking place. And stuff like that, but they let me just read this little paragraph here. In a statement Nintendo provided to Wired, Polygon, GameSpot, and The Verge, the company said that the Joy-Con controller configuration and functionality did not change with Nintendo Switch, the OLED model. They apparently did not ask about the configuration and functionality. They asked about specifically the Joy-Con drift. We asked about the drift, which is a reliability issue. And when we asked the question again in even clearer fashion, we were referred to the same statement. Now, the thing is, I don't know, like, Joy-Con controller configuration and functionality did not change with Nintendo Switch. I feel like that, like, you don't need to hear more. I mean, it says the thing. It says it was not changed, so the drift is still there. Like, they just plopped the old Joy-Cons onto the new display. Like, they're not gonna make a new... Well, they should make a new design for them, a new way to try to get rid of the drift, but they're not gonna do it because they're Nintendo. They're Nintendo, and fuck Nintendo. I mean, what is there more to say? But yeah, that's basically it. There's not that much to say about that story. But yeah, if you were hoping to get new Joy-Cons either on them by themselves to like get to your old Switch, or get them with your new one, you're out of luck, man. You're out of luck. And the last bit of news, when it comes to at least articles or like the big news, is an article that I just titled, "What the fuck did I just read?" And I, just by reading it, like, when I do the news, by the way, if you don't know this, I just take my iPad at work, and when I have free time, I just like go through the articles and see what are we gonna talk about today. And I just, at the last moment, I saw this article with like a very weird headline. Let me see. It's the headline is "Next Gen Sports Games on PC Always Suck. This is Nothing New." That's the headline. That's the headline of this article. And I was interested. I clicked on it and I read a little bit, and I was just in fumes. Like there was smoke coming out of my ears, I'm pretty sure. Just by reading a little bit. But you know what? Let's go through this. Let's see if I was maybe over emotional, I guess, or like I don't know the word now, but yeah, let's read this. This year, fans of EA Sports titles like FIFA and Madden who play on PC, and there are more of us than you think, are upset that those games will be ports of the last gen versions and not of the fancier editions appearing on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Okay, so let's break this down, because this is, I think, very important to the rest of the article. Fans, of course, are upset. We get it. Those games will be ports of the last gen versions and not of the fancier editions appearing on the PS5. And I don't understand this. So are we talking about like the... We're talking about FIFA 2022, which are now coming to PlayStation 5. But they're also gonna come to PS4 and the Xbox, whatever fuck it's called, I don't remember. But they're gonna be like less fidelity and stuff like that. And those are coming to the PC. That's what I'm getting from this, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what they're trying to say. Anyways. Is this important? Okay, here we go. That the PC versions of Madden 22 and FIFA 22 will once again be based on the PS4 and Xbox One versions. Okay. Maybe I read this article wrong, so that's why we're doing this. Blah blah blah, this is not important. The thing is, this is not new, nor is it exclusive to EA Sports games, and as long as our video game platforms evolve the way they currently do, things will likely stay this way. This is the first thing, almost the first thing that I read, and I was fuming at this point. But I might have misread the article a little bit, so let's read a little bit more. This happened last year with FIFA and Madden, and NBA 2K, which also had a fancier next-gen version on PS5 and Xbox Series X, was put on PC as a last-gen port. And it happened last generation, as we can see from this PC Gamer story. Gotcha. And it happened the generation before as well. Both times it took a few years for the PC versions to catch up to the consoles. And that's likely to happen again this generation. Okay, so I do think that I misunderstood the first time that I read this. We heard about blah blah blah. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so I read this article wrong, but here you go, some bit of news. If you were interested in, if you're a sports fan, then, I mean, you probably know, but apparently the next FIFA and Madden and maybe some others are gonna be based on the last gen. So for the PS4 and... what was it? Xbox One X? Is that the name of the last gen? I don't know. Maybe Fishheads, if he's here. He's an Xbox owner. He might know. So now we move on to sort of free stuff section of the news. There's one free game that you can get right now. It's called Symphonia. It is on GOG.com. Let me see if we can play like a trailer. So let's play a quick trailer. So you can see what the game is about. There's so many Xboxes that sound the same. Exactly, that's why I'm not even trying to say which one it is, like which one is last gen, which one is this gen, or next gen even, like I don't if Xbox fucked one thing up, it's definitely their naming convention. Like, that's... Follow in the footsteps of the past musicians. Okay, okay. Use your violin skills to create your path. When do you use the violin? Or do you use the violin to, like, pull yourself forward? So it seems like it's some sort of a platformer. And you play the symphony. And that's it. Hopefully it was not... The music was not copyrighted. Oh yeah, you can grab this on GOG.com if you're interested. And I wanted to check because PlayStation is not gonna have, you know, we're still in July, we're not gonna have the next PlayStation Plus games that are gonna, you know, they do it bi-monthly. They do it monthly, the changes, so... but I want to see if there's something new on Game Pass. Let's see. We have Tropico 6 that Fishhead's talked about last week. That he played a little bit of that. We have Immortal Realms, which apparently is a Civ-like video game. He also played a little bit of that, and he said it's meh. So I haven't played any of these, so I just have to go on the what other people tell me. But yeah, that's basically it. We have Gang Beasts, Bug Fables, Limbo. All of those have been there for a while, so nothing really new on the Xbox front as well. But yeah, that was sort of free. And now we do have a few trailers. So we have some Deathloop gameplay. We have Blue Fire is coming out, stuff like that. So let's check that out before we end the show. So first of them is called Pagan Age. And this looked very generic. For the majority of the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna show this at all. Like, it's not that entertaining, it's not that interesting. It just looks like another, like, survival, maybe like, what was the Edge of Empires or something like that, you know? Or it seems like you're, like, defending against waves. It's like a city builder in a sense, but... or a colony builder. But yeah, then you see some monsters, and you're like, okay. You know, maybe there's something. Then you go back into, like, growing your crops, building your town again. It's nice that you can, like, build up the individual little things. It's not just, like, plop down a building, you know. You can build it specifically. And then, you go, there's a sacrifice, you know, there's sacrificing virgins or whatever, and there's a big monster there. Okay, I am intrigued, video game. Like, that looked interesting now. I mean, the vast majority of the trailer, I was like, whatever, this is boring. Then at the end, you sacrifice some virgins, I mean... Let's go, video game, let's go. Now, let me see, I think this is the announcement trailer, yeah. So, does it say when you can add the game to the wish list? So, if you enjoyed the announcement trailer, guys, go wishlist it on Steam. Because that helps out the devs, apparently. Planned release date to be announced. So, we do not know at all. So, yeah. Then we have another trailer from the game Blue Fire, and this is a launch trailer. It's from, it comes from Xbox, the YouTube channel. So can I see if this one is... Before we play it, I want to just... Since it comes from Xbox, is it like... No, okay. It's not an exclusive, you can get it on Steam as well. If you want to. But yeah, I've seen this one some time ago. And at first, when I looked at it, it looked a little bit generic and like the animations are like, I don't know. But I've seen a review on it, I think before release or something. And they said it's pretty good. They said it's pretty responsive and stuff like that. And it does look like a nice little, I want to say it's a roguelike or roguelite. Or it's a Metroidvania. I don't know. I don't know that much. I just see the trailer and that's what I'm seeing. Maybe a little bit like Hollow Knight in 3D, you know? You have some bosses, I assume. There you go. So yeah, it seems like kind of a roguelike, maybe Dark Souls a little bit, stuff like that. Then we have Boomerang, which is it looks like if Pathless and Hollow Knight had a baby. Yeah, definitely. Then we have Boomerang, which comes from Devolver Digital. I've seen this game all over Twitter. They've been really hamming that game. And this is out now. Okay, Nintendo Switch and PC. So you can grab this game right now if you're interested in it. Doesn't really seem like something I would enjoy. It's super quick. I am really unsure how you play this on a controller, because it seems very fast. There has to be a lot of aim assist. But yeah, if you enjoy what you're seeing, you don't. It's coming out on the Switch, so you have to be able to play with a controller. But yeah, I'm not sure how. But hey, it comes from Devolver. They, as far as I know, very, what's the word? Barely, I guess. Very barely miss when it comes to their releases, and to the games that they produce. So, or publish at least. So, yeah, there you go. Then we have the Deathloop. This is a little bit old, so I'm pretty sure most people, at least the ones that are interested in Deathloop, have already seen this. I myself have lost interest in Deathloop when I found out that it's, I think, only on the PlayStation. Let me see. I think it's a PlayStation exclusive. PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, till September 2022. Which is like, okay. Yeah, so I've lost interest in it since I won't be able to play it. Now, that doesn't mean, like, you know, I'm not gonna say, oh, don't play it because it's shit. I'm not interested for it because I won't be able to play it, so, like, I don't care. Auto ad is about to... What the fuck? How long has the... We're gonna throw this on YouTube. YouTube? How long is this video? What? There's been no news. How was this another 30 minutes? Anyways, let's watch the let's watch the freaking thing. Yeah. And desktop. So it's 9 minutes of gameplay. I don't know if we're gonna watch the whole thing, but I definitely want to watch at least a little bit. Then we might just kind of go through it. PlayStation exclusive that won't be $70 Spock. Yeah, I think since it's coming out on PS4, it's gonna be 60. But maybe on the PS5, it's gonna be 70. I don't know. Have you checked the prices, Faded?
You're gonna give me that
Yeah, so
attitude?
if you don't know, this is from the Arcane Studios who made Dishonored, the Dishonored series. And it's also about time loops, so it kind of goes together with us playing Outer Wilds right now. But they do have some sort of special abilities.
And I'm here to give you a special look at Deathloop.
I'm just hoping and praying to the gods. I don't think that on PS5 there's gonna be any, at least AAA game that's gonna not be 70.
To escape, you have to take out 8 targets known as the Visionaries
Okay,
before
let
the day
me
repeats.
turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear it.
Also, one of your targets, Juliana, is in the business of hunting you down.
So, as far as I know, this is supposed to be
Kill the target
multiplayer.
or die, and the day starts over.
So, like, you're trying to do something as one of the players and the other person is trying to
With
stop
every
you.
cycle, you will learn more about the Visionaries and
But
the
it's like
secrets
in a
of the
loop?
island by exploring and observing. You will discover their habits and secrets, using that knowledge to progress through the story. Let's jump into a mission several hours into the game to see Colt take on the Visionary Alexis the Wolf Dorsey. At this point, you have already learned from a previous loop that Alexis plans to give a speech at his well-guarded masquerade party. Let's use that intel to identify Alexis and take him down.
Yeah, as I said, it does look pretty cool, but I won't be able to play it, so I've not been keeping up with what the game is about and stuff like that.
I'm looking for the fastest way out of this place.
But it definitely looks nice if this is how it's gonna look.
And sometimes they break them.
Blah, 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 blah.
Are you talking about
There you go, you have the typical teleportation, which I do love myself some of that teleportation. I want it in more games, because it's such a cool ability.
I've thought about
Okay,
it.
some sort of a lift. Oh, sorry.
I think I'm doing everyone here a favor.
Just steal your brother's PS4, yeah.
So what
I've had it
happens
for
when you
too
break the
long.
rules?
I have to
Seriously,
return
I
it
want your
now.
theories.
Everything goes back to normal, obviously.
I've had it for too long and I played like
You have
3 or 4
absolutely
games
no
on it.
fucking idea what will happen.
True, but I know one way to find
How
out.
did you not notice? Ah, this seems a little bit rough.
Isn't the end.
I mean, I assume since he's playing on the controller, but still. That was very rough.
Before the loop restarts. You have also seen Carnices.
Wait, sorry, what did he say? Oh, it goes back. It goes way back.
Dying isn't the end. Reprise is one of the powers you can unlock. It allows you to die and rewind twice before the loop restarts. You have also seen Carnices that allows you to yank enemies around.
He has the
and
mark
shift
of the
to short-range
outsider?
teleport.
Wait, does he? Where? I didn't see it.
You need my help.
Nah, I'm fine.
So keep getting yourself killed.
Can you stay still for a sec?
Wait, so his weapon jammed? On his head? I mean, yeah, I didn't see it yet though. But it does make sense
Here's where
it's
Colt
on
died.
his hand.
You can absorb your body to regain Residium, a resource that allows you to save your
It says
favorite
pity on it.
weapons and abilities between loops. Over time, you will build an arsenal of weapons, abilities, and upgrades.
How else would they teleport?
that you
I
can
mean,
mix and match between missions to suit
is
your
it the
playstyle
same
or the
universe,
needs
though?
of a specific task.
Because like they have guns and shit, you know, like futuristic guns. Like this is not, at least in the same time as Dishonored, right? This is more modern, so like maybe they just say, oh, this is later than Dishonored. I mean, I don't know.
We use the
Has a
haptic
glove on his
feedback
hand?
and the adaptive trigger of the PS5
Or you just
DualSense controller
think that
to
he
bring an
has
extra
it.
layer of immersion to your experience. Every movement feels different, and weapons express their personality in the palm of your hands.
Outsiders immortal? Yeah, I mean, it could be. It definitely could be.
Very impressive. I'm clapping with one hand.
Don't stop there. Put them both together. The body count is gonna get high.
I need an invitation to Alexis's party. I found another way.
They're wearing very weird things, these people.
I'm not climbing on any cliff or window to
Like, why does she have like a bee costume?
There's
Or
always
like a,
multiple ways
not even
to
a
approach
bee,
a
but like
target,
a
and we just learned
astronaut.
of one, a back entrance to the mansion.
astronaut?
Conversations like this
I don't know how
happen
to say
all over
that.
Black Reef, and it often pays to stop and listen.
You have a PS4 faded? Aye. That had to hurt. Like, so far this is interesting for sure. Now, here's the thing. Can I play this silently as I played the Dishonored series, or do I have to be quick? And also, how does the multiplayer part come into play?
That alert means
I'm on it right now,
Juliana
gamer.
has invaded your game.
Oh, wait.
Controlled by
Faded.
another player or the AI.
Sorry,
she's the
that I
real
don't
deal.
remember, but
You'll have to be extra vigilant.
are
when she's
you,
on the hunt.
was it you who's like typing on the PS4 to type in chat? Are you actually I mean, since you say you're on it, so you're typing on PS4 now? I don't understand that,
I
dude.
didn't know you liked to party.
Ain't my style.
I would be so
You're
annoyed.
all business all the time, aren't you? What is your style exactly?
Chit-chatting when I should be killing motherfuckers, apparently.
I'm using my keyboard, okay. Now that makes sense.
I'll smoke at the doctor's office. I'll smoke at a funeral. I'll smoke when people are eating their breakfast right
It seems like that's the one you're supposed to kill.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
The
mainly.
wolves play a sick game.
Yeah.
Whoever fails to impress the others with their evil deeds goes into the grinder and onto the dinner menu. Let's see if we can rig the outcome.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? I wasn't paying attention for like a second?
Goes into the grinder
No, what?
to impress the others with their evil deeds goes into the grinder and onto the dinner menu. Let's see if we can rig the outcome.
Wait, so we were not trying to kill that person? I mean, because they're most definitely dead, right? Hey. The stealth seems like way faster paced than this other, but similar. The thing is, he's not really playing oh shit, sorry. He's not playing
It could be
stealth,
Alexis,
really.
but it could also be
He's
another
mostly
math
playing
teacher.
just like
So let's
get
hear
somewhere
him out
fast, so he's
and not
using
take the shot.
explosives and shit like that.
Lawsuits, whatever. Profits far outstretched our small legal fees.
So that's why I'm getting this feeling that being quick is more important, since you're on like a time loop and things are happening.
Arrogant,
At a
cruel,
specific,
no regard
point?
for others. Yeah.
So you probably have to be a little bit quicker, you can't just slowly go through.
Yup. Alexis just dropped an upgrade to the Carnes's power and a hefty dose of Residium. Time to get the hell out of here.
Wait, so you didn't even have to kill them, they just died on their own? I'm confused by this. I'm sure it's because I'm not paying enough attention, I'm just talking over it, but... I gotta keep talking, man. It's the life of the entertainer. Arcane wants to merge Doom with Dishonored. I don't know. I mean, you can still do this sort of stuff in a sense in Dishonored, right? Like, you don't have an assault rifle or like a submachine gun, but you can still be pretty drastic in Dishonored. It seems very similar to Dishonored to me.
You gonna call me like this all the time, Julie?
Juliana.
I give approximately 0 fucks about what you call yourself.
But you did. Once.
Okay, I understand even less than I understood before. Like, what the hell is this game, dude? What? I mean, again, it might have been because I wasn't paying enough attention and I was talking over it, but like, I thought you were coming in to kill a certain target. but they died without you even interventing in any way. Without your intervention at all. They just plopped to a grinder apparently and died. And you got an upgrade card for something, which is okay, cool. And then it seemed like you just kind of got out of that place. There was no, you were not even going to like an exit or whatever. And then suddenly, I guess the multiplayer part got introduced in a sense, and your opponent killed you. So it replayed the loop, but you already won the loop. The character pressed a button and he fell. Yeah, so he killed himself. Right? It said that he died. And I thought that was your target. I don't know. I see the Dishonored, don't get me wrong, when a character whips out a shotgun to kill 4 people, I immediately think Doomslayer. I can see that, yeah. The player, oh, did the player press it? Okay, let me just rewind real quick. Where did that happen?
Yeah, that's definitely Alexis.
No, he didn't do
And
it.
yup.
Wait, did he? Was there a button up there?
Yeah, that's arrogant, cruel, no regard for
Go oh, there's a button. Gonna leave a station? What does it say?
arrogant, cruel,
A
no
stain.
regard for others. Yeah, that's definitely Alexis.
Oh, I
And yup,
completely missed that, and I
Alexis
watched that
just
like
dropped
4
an upgrade
times.
to the Carnes's power and a hefty dose of Residium. Time to get the hell
Okay,
out of.
okay, but when does it end? When does when do you win as the player who's there to kill the target? Because like he did it. He did it. Berlin, hello, welcome by the way. Anyways, that's Deathloop. I assume we're gonna figure out more once we actually get to play the game. And the last trailer for today that we're gonna check out is Sifu, which, as far as I know, is from the makers of Absolver. We're gonna check that after the trailer, but it definitely looks like Absolver. And it seems like every single time you die, you get older, which is okay. Okay, let me lower that down. What did it say? Coming to PS5. I didn't catch that. Some camera angles adjusted for trailer use, okay. Coming to PS5. Okay, so it's only captured on PS5. Okay, there you go. I want Absolver to come back. I played a bit of it and I didn't understand it, but I did see somebody play it and it looked interesting. But I never really understood it. But it definitely, like the fighting style, which this game also seems to have, was definitely the interesting part of it. So this might be really promising for sure. How are you all, Berlin? We're doing good, we're doing good. Just getting done with the news. And then we're gonna play some other wilds. How have you been, buddy? I just see Dishonored and Wanted. Completely understandable, Faded. Oh, there you go. And that's that. Bomb. So yeah, let's see. Sifu Absolver. I think it's the same dev. Yep. Absolver devs Sifu is entirely single player, but more online games are coming. Okay. I think this is a good thing though, isn't it? Oh, okay. Faded just said if there isn't multiplayer, it will be ass. Well, there you go. That's the opinion. I don't know. I didn't understand the multiplayer part of Absolver. So I don't know, I think just a strictly single player, if when they're gonna focus on like a good story, hopefully. I think that's good. Like, I understand that multiplayer is what kept Absolver alive, because that makes sense. But for somebody who just wants a single player experience, you know, you go in, you finish it, you go out. I think that might be ideal. And I don't know, I feel like the Absolver devs, sorry, I don't remember the name, or I didn't see it. I assume they learned something from Absolver, and so they want to change something up. That's what I'm seeing. But anyways, this has been CBNN News. Thank you very much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And also come check us out on Twitch. This is our schedule on Twitch, on twitch.tv/MarTyNi. And we're gonna play some Outer Wilds after this, or like right after the news. So come on in, and we play other I forgot the word. Variety, there you go. We play other variety games here on Twitch TV/MarTyNi. And we talk about gaming and all other things like psychology. Sometimes we talk about life, and we just chill. So if you're interested, if you like me, I mean, let's be honest, who wouldn't? So just jump on in. Anyways, that's the end of the news. I'll see you probably next Tuesday. And yeah, so bye bye for you guys on YouTube.